They said January was for panic buys. They said the elite clubs would wait until the summer. They were wrong. The 2026 winter window didn't just break the bank, it broke the script. From a Bournemouth star becoming the most expensive January signing in Manchester City's history to a Real Madrid wonder kid seeking refuge in France, the balance of power in Europe has shifted overnight. We aren't just looking at the receipts, we're looking at the stories that defined a month of absolute madness. This is the top 10 most shocking transfers of January 2026. The tactical U-turn. Conor Gallagher from Atletico Madrid to Tottenham, £34.6 million. Only 18 months after moving to Madrid to play under Simeone, the English engine returns to London. Why now? With Rodrigo Bentancur's injury, Spurs needed a Simeone-trained warrior. It's shocking because Gallagher was starting in Spain, but the lure of a 2026 World Cup starting spot under the bright lights of the Premier League was too much to ignore. The prodigal son returns. Lucas Paquetá from West Ham to Flamengo, £35.8 million. This isn't just a transfer, it's a homecoming that silenced the London stadium. Amidst West Ham's grueling relegation battle, their talisman chose to leave the best league in the world to go back to his boyhood club. It's a milestone move that proves South American giants can now financially outmuscle mid-table Premier League sides. The French connection. Endrick from Real Madrid to Lyon. The crown jewel of Brazil, sitting on the bench at the Bernabeu? Not anymore. Under Xabi Alonso, Endrick found himself stuck behind a Galactico frontline. The shock isn't that he left, but where he went. By choosing Lyon, he's betting on himself to carry a historic club back to the Champions League. 4 goals in his first 4 games suggests the gamble is paying off. The Palace Revolution. Jørgen Strand Larsen from Wolves to Crystal Palace, £43 million. Wolves losing their leading man to a direct rival mid-season. Crystal Palace broke their transfer record twice in 1 month. Strand Larsen is a traditional number 9 in a world of false nines. By snatching him from Wolves, Palace have effectively signaled that they are no longer content with survival. They want Europe. The betrayal. Brennan Johnson from Tottenham to Crystal Palace, £35 million. From a Europa League hero for Spurs to a record-breaking signing for Crystal Palace, this move sent shockwaves through the Spurs dressing room. Selling a match winner to a London rival mid-season is a massive risk for Ange Postecoglou. For Johnson, it's about being the main man rather than a rotational piece. The silent exit. Oscar Bobb from Manchester City to Fulham, £27 million. The heir to the City throne chooses regular minutes over silverware. Usually, City graduates leave on loan. Bobb leaving permanently feels like a shift in Pep's philosophy. Fulham have gained a playmaker who could be worth £80 million in 2 years. This might be the steal of the decade. The defensive hijack. Mark Guehi from Crystal Palace to Manchester City, £20 million. Liverpool were waiting for the summer. City didn't wait. After a collapsed move to Anfield last year, Guehi was the most watched defender in England. City's ability to swoop in and secure a world-class CB for just £20 million with add-ons is a masterclass in opportunistic scouting. The Saudi statement. Mohamed Kader Meat from Rennes to Al Hilal, £26 million. Europe's brightest 18-year-old talent snubs Manchester United for the Middle East. This is the most sobering shock on the list. When a teenager with the world at his feet chooses Saudi Arabia over the Premier League, it marks a new era in the transfer market. The Serie D shock. Douglas Costa to Chievo Verona, a Champions League winner in the Italian 4th division. This is the fairy tale shock. Chievo, a club that was effectively dead, has been resurrected by a legend. It's a move that reminds us that sometimes football is still about the romance of the game. The new king of Manchester, Antoine Semenyo, from Bournemouth to Manchester City, £65 million. The biggest, loudest, and most expensive move of the window. Nobody saw this coming at the start of the season. Semenyo went from a reliable Bournemouth winger to Pep Guardiola's primary weapon. With 10 goals in 21 games before the move and a Sergio Aguero-esque debut for City, he is the definitive story of 2026. He chose the blue side of Manchester over the red, and in doing so, he might have just handed City the title. January 2026 didn't just give us new jerseys, it gave us a glimpse into a changing world. We saw South American clubs buying back their stars, Saudi Arabia attracting the youth, and Manchester City proving they still have the fastest pen in the world. But I want to hear from you. Which of these moves do you think was the biggest mistake? Is Semenyo worth £65 million, or did West Ham just seal their fate by letting Paquetá go? Drop a comment below. I'm reading all of them. Don't forget to like and subscribe for the post-game analysis on how these debuts actually went down. I'll see you in the next one.